Sometimes I come across these very interesting pictures from NASA. So I found this one in the Mars Research Group, and as you go down, the date was the 14th of March, and there it is. There's a few of the others I posted. There was that one there, huge structure on Mars found. Well, it isn't a structure. They've got those very interesting things on rocks. I suppose all the numbers are there. 00597. So after I clicked onto it, this came up obviously. So it looked very brown, very lifeless. Now the interesting ones that I found is that cliff area there, and the ones that produce these very weird shapes are coming further up. That one there. It seems as though they could be like cactus type growths on the actual rock itself. They produce these very twisting, bizarre shapes, and especially this one sticking out there and that shape there. The rock is like cut or cracked, and you've got all these patterns coming out. I think it's just a type of cactus type growth. There's that thing there with a red type head on it. So you've got all these tubes sticking out from all sorts of angles. I don't see anything special in there, but I'm just curious to zoom in on those specific photos. And I think they could be some sort of, and that one there, there are all these twisting things on the rocks. Let's go to the photos. So here's one there. I'll actually process that, and it just sits there on the sand. It's very dark and purple, so it could be one of these cactus type things. Now some of these I haven't processed, so I'll just show how it's performed. There is obviously a structure there that's very twisted, so the trick is to zoom in and just process these structures. That's it there. I think there's some sort of cactus, obviously, that are twisted shapes. Here are these twisted shapes near the rock, and it's bizarre because it looks symmetrical. So this is how the processing works on it. Noise, color, exposure. Go in and just alter the graph, and it seems to bring up, I always use this combination, it just seems to bring up the best from picture. So it looks very symmetrical, but it just looks like that twisting growth there. It's got that really pronounced part there sticking out. Now, I don't know. I think it's some sort of cactus or growth like that. There it is there again. There's that red thing. Could be a rock, but it's just got that bright red area at the front. Now, by just processing it, it helps bring up the specific colors if it's too bright or too dark, and it just, the red pointy bit just doesn't look like a rock should. So it could be again one of these type of cactus type growths. It could be a big slug. I don't know what it is. These are the twisting rock shapes again. There it is there. Here's that one on that rock. Now it just looks so bizarre. I'm just trying to process it, and it just looks like all these very weird twisting objects on that rock. It looks more like a cactus type of twisting. Could be the way the rock was formed, so I can't tell. So there's all these weird sort of shapes. I don't feel like processing any more of the pictures, so I'll just put them up raw, I suppose. That's it there. Actually, we've gone down to this one. There's just heaps of twisting rocks. There they are again. That looks like a perfect square. We'll just go quickly through the color combination. They're very rough pictures. They're just, I don't see anything important. That one. See how the objects come up through that rock. They're just long process. That's a very bizarre rock, that one. Look at it. The strange shapes, the sharp objects coming off it. That's how the process works. It actually clears up the image very well. So from that very rough image, we've got all these highlights and things to see on there. So that's a very good, cheap tool. It's the Windows Photo Gallery. It's a free download, and that's how I just clear up these pictures very quickly. There's not much to clear there. There's that object on the sand. It just looks as though it's alive. There it is there. It's got all these twisting dark processes on it. There's that object again. It's just 2 or 3 twisting tubes on that rock. And there's that round sphere next to it. It just seems as though it could be alive, some sort of cactus growth, especially when you see a round sphere. These are unusual. You've got these curvy things coming out from what look like pathways etched in the rock. Again, it's a tricky one. See how the highlight brings up certain areas and shadows and patterns and stops the other ones coming up. There's that red object on the rock. So that's how the process works of altering the color. I'm not sure what that it is. It just doesn't seem the way a rock should be colored. Front red, rest purple. That's as close as I could do that. Just see how many more I've got. I don't feel like highlighting all of them. So anything special I can see. That one there, that one, that is a very strange one. It just has these twisting things on that rock, and they're going up and down all sorts of angles. And you got these twisting things on the mountain. This is a rock ledge. Now the bizarre thing is that thing looks like a rock on the right, but the one in the center looks flat, and it looks like it's a peculiar shape. Can't prove anything on that one. That shows how the clearing up works on the pictures. Let's go on this one. It just seems like a tube. That's why it's unusual to have a tube there. And yet that's all I could make out of it. There's nothing special popping up out of there, so can't prove anything of that one either. This is interesting. This was actually sticking out from the side of a cliff. And that's why I thought these things are some sort of cactus. One point just sticks out straight there, and the other one is on top. That's it. Try to clear this one up. Not sure which one to clear up next. This is unusual because it seems to be twisting up as well.